Okay, so still raining. It is still raining. But we need to do a bunch of the granite as brick that we've chosen. Let's use up the iron chisel, braid brick. Go. Get the diamond one I have made. And hopefully we don't use all of that up because we didn't go diamond collecting. We'll start with that amount and see how far we get. Hello, spider. You can be used horizontally, so we will use you. Alright. Why? There we go. That wound up pretty quickly. This one I have to be careful about. Yep, horizontal. Out. Okay. Make that bit more. Yay! We don't need nearly as much as I expected we would. I do have a little bit more filling in here to do. 47 is not going to be enough, so let's go into where our crafting table is here. We'll do another stack. And see how far that gets us. Again, this is where the pillars are going to go. This is going to be where stairway is. That's why they jut out a little bit, because that's where stairs are going to be, if needed. Which, granted, here they'll be needed because there'll be a step down, but the area around here won't, because it'll just be a walk off. Yeah. Amount of creepers. I only have 4 arrows, so we'll have to take them on. He's gonna see me pretty soon. I have to walk that way. There he is. Yeah, pretty trigger happy. Okay, so we have that. Let's take a look. That looks pretty good. I think I want to fill in that little bit of blank space with some grass. It would make sense do that. Okay. That needs to be granite. There we go. Alright. Now, for the pillars, I had choices. I could do architecture craft, and you would get, they don't have any examples, I have to make one. You get the round, very round pillars. Or I could use, the marble pillars from Chisel, and they would have an illusion of being round. I think I might use the architecture craft ones. The one challenge I have, let me look at my reference image again. Well, it might work with the architecture craft railings. I kind of want to do some fancy chisel and bit ones. I'm just trying to figure out how the railings on the second floor will connect to the architecture craft pillars, because that won't happen. Okay, so let's do a few things here. First, we need to make an architecture craft table. This thing, which requires a pulley and a saw blade. So we need some wood, some iron, and we'll be good to go. I have the iron, I have the wood. So, let's get sticks. I believe I saw a pressure plate in there. Alright, pulley. Saw. Table. Now, I believe this is a quest. So, let's go in here. Oh, it didn't detect. I went too fast. Grr. Let's make those particular things again, even though we will never need them. There we go. And I get a metal desk in return. You know what I do with DecoCraft stuff. Yes, that is what I do with DecoCraft stuff. Okay, but the architect's saw table, we will be able to do pillars. There's classical pillars, which also then have the things to the top and bottom. Maybe what we want to go for. I don't know what these are. Oh, I know what those are. Never mind. Triglyph corner, the triglyph. This is the Doric capital, and then there's a Corinthian capital and an Ionic capital. These are the different shapes of scroll work and whatnot at the top of the pillars. What does Oak Alley use? Looks like Oak Alley uses Ionic. They also have pedestals before on the bottom, before the, so there's not pillar directly on the ground. So it'd be something similar to this, but there would be a block on the bottom. So whatever we decide to make these out of, which I'm going to use cobble just so we can see what they look like. This. Not. How big are they? It's nighttime. Let's get this rain out of here. So here's the base. I know I can't connect to it with chisel and bits. As you can see, the hitbox is a full block space. So I can't build in there, so any railings like take for the second floor, which aren't going to have this section, it's just going to be this section. Any railings aren't going to touch. Will they be close enough for that to not be a big deal, is what I'm trying to figure out. Because, you know, in real architecture, the railings would be mounted to the pillar. That's probably the way it is here. From the picture I'm looking at, it does appear that that is the case. So our other options, other than architecture craft, which these make perfectly good pillars. I have no problem with those. Grab some of this so we can see the different chiseled marble pillars as well. That's true, I could make some railings and see what they look like. Railings. We would want... I don't even... The fancy looks more like a modern, so we'd probably do plain. But then I really would like to do some fancy chisel and bit ones, to be honest. Do some ornate. I do not like that. It looks like it's free floating. And I couldn't put any chisel and bits to, and it sits on the edge here instead of in the middle of the block. One pillar option at a time. We've got more than one of those go nice. We see them stacked. And again, with these, I can chisel and bit them and give them a slight curve. I can add some texture by cutting out these dark shades so that there's actual depth to them, and that might help. What other options? I like that one. There's just the simple pillar. What's this? A convex. I don't want convex. And these are all caps, which we can decide. Oop. Decor plain. Do they retain the connected texture? Probably not. Nope. So that is something to consider. Be less of a problem with this one because it doesn't have fancy ends. And if I just removed, let's say, this section, it gives it a curved look and a 3D texture model. But it doesn't look very round. Why not just carve my own pillars? That's true. I could carve my own. I would probably use the one that I liked as a reference. And go from there using flat color blocks and marble. Flat color blocks for the radians. Out of these two, I like the skinnier one. The picture, the reference picture, the columns, the pillars are smooth, which is why architecture craft would work really well if I could get the chisel and bits railings be closer, and they're not. There's like, that's a decent gap. I guess what I could do is, not really, it would be kind of odd, but to do a chisel and bit pillar that's not this perfect round shape, so that I could connect the railings only in those spots on the second floor. So if I wanted to stick with historical accuracy, they need to be smooth. Which, you know, none of this will do well for that. We need to do something like these, just with the smooth alabaster, probably. The other thing I'm wondering, are these pillars too skinny? And go here. Alright, 99. Thanks for popping in. Base. That might help if I use plain pillars to have an ornate base. Okay, let's see. If we do that, let me go get do I want marble? Let's do the marble for the pillars so there's a bit more of an aged texture. Sure, we'll do pillars and see what we get. 16 classical or that one looks bigger. The cylinders. It is bigger. It would be less of a... Wouldn't even be... Look at... Ooh. From a distance, that looks like it touches. So if I did a chisel and bit railings, like I wanted to, in the middle of the block space instead of on the edges... I like that it has texture, because again, the alabaster would be this really smooth, and you wouldn't be able to tell that there was a pillar. It would blend in too much, in my opinion. I like that it has a texture. I like that it's larger. I like that I could then, this one block, I could add decoration to. And I could pick another one of those for the top and then chisel and bit the top. That might work the best. I am foreseeing a challenge now with doing the crawl space between those two floors, and what I may have to do is skip the crawl space between the floors and just use my attic as the cable space for the second floor and the underground for the cable space for this floor, and then just have areas where it runs up between the two. Alright. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why my neighbor is singing God Save the Queen. For a little bit of comedic action here. We're in the US, in Iowa. Doesn't make sense to me. But whatever, she's like singing it on repeat. Round and round and round. Okay, I believe we're going to be using chisel marble for the pillars, so we can get those started for the first floor. We'll do the base ones first, which are scribed pillar. Get that one picked out because I like the scrolly detail here. I'll be able to, you know, cut out the little pieces and maybe add color or something to give it my own little unique look. I don't think there was any others I was more interested in. What's this ornamental one, just in case? No, that looks very Greek. This is more Roman. I think I'd be happier with that. Plain. I don't want ones that say pillar. Really? Well, core. That one. No, I like the ornate. We're doing the ornate. Make up your mind, Winry. Don't start singing now, Hermes. You got 40 minutes. Don't believe I'm doing a double pillar here. That was just a mark. What's the reference image got? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, there's not double pillars there. Wouldn't make any sense. Alright. There we go. We have the basis of the pillars. And so now we just need to make a bunch of these cylinders. What these are instead of pillars, so they take up almost the whole block space, and that's definitely what I want. So let's switch this back to regular. This is all chisel marble, so we'll be able to change all of them over to cylinder. Okay, we'll do that much for now. And yes, since I cannot fly, I will be doing stack jump and then jumping down. So there'll be a lot of damage taken, but that's kind of the way it goes at this point. 8 on the... Yeah, which will probably definitely be going higher, but this will take care of the first floor. We'll be able to build out the covered veranda for the patio. We'll be able to cover this up for the first floor, and believe it or not, I'll be able to start moving in instead of living in my little hut. That will be good. Destroying my iron armor. So I want to do something that's sort of wrought iron for the railing on the second floor. Is that it? Oh boy. Oh, I need to get... Do I have... Okay. Head was not on straight there for a moment. Okay. Woo! Let's not die, shall we, while we do this? I'm gonna need to make some more. Woohoo! Oh, I need the marble. So we're gonna get... I don't want to make too many of these because you can't uncraft them. I suppose I should just count how many pillars I have left so that I know, because they're 8 tall right now. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will need to do a bit more because I only have a stack and a bit. That was odd. Thought I was gonna jump there, didn't you? Yeah, I've got 4. I need to make 4 more. And we'll do that before we jump up there. There we go. Okay, now I want to get rid of the other purple marks in the corners. This was just to indicate the corner. That's all it was there for. And get rid of those now. Figure out what this is gonna do here. Not sure yet. These exposed bits there. Okay, and I think we just have this one other corner. And we'll take care of those for outlining purposes. Alright. Now, the ceiling of this floor will be the floor of the second floor, since I've decided not to do the crawl space. That way it doesn't have additional bulk, because if I did a too high crawl space, I would need to add 4 more blocks here. And I don't want to distort the build that much. Just don't. We need to get some more food and make another iron wand or 2. We have the iron for it to do it on the go. Grab the alabaster and start laying the ceiling on top. Ooh, there we go. Put the leftovers away. That gave us 18 more. Don't need those. We don't need that. Let's sleep. I should make a sleeping bag. We can sleep on the go. So much detail yet to be added. This is just a template still, guys. I know you're probably looking at this going, oh, look at all the plain white. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking when I look at it. Oh, we've gone through almost all of our alabaster. We will not have enough to cover the roof. We'll have to get more. Okay. Did I hang on to the dirt? No, but I have granite. We'll pillar up with that in this corner. In this corner. Okay. And here we go. Go all the way out, because again, this is a covered. I'll leave this exposed, by the way. So that we know where we pillared up, we can pillar back down. Go. Go this way. I know, this seems really grindy, doesn't it? Holding it down. Suppose so. That's it. That's all we have. So yesterday I did about a 40-minute mining run to get the amount of alabaster we currently are using, so it shouldn't take too long to get more. Let's get back down. And there we go, that is the start. We are going to probably have it go out one more, but I'm going to use a decorative chisel and bit block there. So I don't want to, well, I suppose I need to place it there anyway, and then I can use a blueprint and change all of them. That would be cheaper than having to keep making bits to craft the blocks as I place them. But as you can see, it is touching, which is what it'll do when the railings are going across in section 2. It'll touch, so that is definitely much better than the skinny pillars. Using the cylinders was smarter, and they're thicker too, so they look more like they're able to actually support this and eventually the roof. There is that. Let's take a look at the front. That's looking pretty darn good. Just imagining, I may, just for ease of building, want to take the grass all the way around a little bit. It can step down a little further out, but I may want to bring the grass around here so that it just all the way around is just a flat veranda and it doesn't have any step downs anywhere. That's something to consider. I also have to consider if any of these are going to be working window doors, and if so, I've got a problem in the door use. Because I don't think I'm going to find a door that matches well enough with what I have in mind. Just looking at what's options for door, I'm gonna say no. Yep. So I'm thinking the windows will all be non-functioning. These would traditionally be functioning doors, windows, open all the way type things. We need to come up with shutters. Green wouldn't be bad, like what is in my example photo. My inspirational photo. Green shutters are not bad. I wonder what other colors. Well, I suppose black would be alright. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on a mining expedition, at least until I have to feed the cats. And we'll go get more alabaster. We'll collect some more marble if we see it, but alabaster's the goal. Here. And let's get our hammer. It'll make things a lot faster. Put this away. We won't need the shovel or the top. There's some space. Now, as you can see, there's alabaster. I'm not going to touch the stuff around the ladder because it gets holding ladder pieces, of course. Alright, you know what? I think I've got plenty for now. So let's try to get out of here. Which means trying to figure out where we are in relation to the strip mine I was doing. Alright, so we just keep heading that direction. We should encounter it. Down in that direction. Word. Oop. Okay, so it should be upon us here somewhere. Right here, found it. Hey. Yay! Alright. So much alabaster now, guys. We'll be able to get some of this stuff going. Rest of this stuff out, put away. We're gonna have a big old mob system in this building, so we are going to want to vent that, and cool. And a way to do that is with something that the pack provide us, which is a totem. We'll put the raw granite in there. Figure out, we'll put the brick in there since we don't need that anymore. Is it a full? It is. It is a full solar eclipse. Woo! Ah, pretty. It also means mobs can spawn, so you have to watch out for that. It's so creepy looking. Alright. So, this will definitely need some repair. Next time. It'll be like repairing it now, and I don't believe we're going to be going back for more mining. Do we have more in here to craft? Does not look like it, so let's put some more in there. We're still working on iron. Get that melted down, and then it looks like we're moving on to either lead, two kinds of lead. Got silver, nickel, a little bit more copper, and more silver. Yeah. A little at a time. I still have one more piece of iron in my... We'll wait for this to melt all the way, and then we'll get this one more piece in there. It is almost time to feed the kitty cats, and unfortunately I am going to call the stream there. Just not feeling 100% yet, but I am feeling a lot better than I have been. So the illness is going away. I will be back to myself very soon. Yep. I hope you enjoyed watching me work on the big house, and if you have any ideas for a Southern Plantation build, let me know. I will be back streaming tomorrow evening, so I will catch you back here then. I do hope you have a good Sunday, and see you soon. Take care, folks. Bye!